For our next story, let's talk about a new crime, ecocide. What does it mean? It basically stands for deliberately trying to damage the environment, just like genocide, but for the environment. Now, 3 countries want ecocide to be an international crime: Vanuatu, Fiji and Samoa. These are small Pacific islands, but they have taken a big step. They have submitted a proposal to the ICC, that's the International Criminal Court. If the court agrees, ecocide, like genocide, will become an international crime in the coming days. But will it change anything? Our next report tells you.
It was the thick of the Vietnam War. Amid all the fighting, America dropped a silent killer, Agent Orange. It was a powerful herbicide, and the US released 20 million gallons of it. They used it to clear crops and forest cover to expose the Vietnamese troops. What they didn't expect was the devastating effects, not just on their enemy, but also on their own soldiers. Agent Orange contained dioxin, one of the deadliest chemicals known to man. Those exposed to it suffered for years. But it also left its mark on the planet. Forests were scorched and ecosystems were destroyed. So in 1970, American biologist Arthur Galston coined a term to define this destruction. It was called ecocide. So what does ecocide exactly mean? The term refers to any act that can cause damage to the ecosystem. Now, it can be anything. Let's say a huge oil spill or deforestation, or even using toxic chemicals. If it deliberately harms the environment, it is ecocide. So is it recognized as a crime? Currently, ecocide is a crime in over 12 countries. This includes Belgium, which criminalized it this year. The punishment is up to 20 years in prison and damages worth $1.8 million. In Russia and Ukraine too, it's a crime. Similar bills are in the works in Brazil and Mexico. Which brings us to Vanuatu, Fiji and Samoa. These are low-lying island nations in the Pacific. The rising sea levels are a threat to their existence. If it continues like this, these countries will be underwater in the future, which is why they have asked for radical change. They want the International Criminal Court to define ecocide as an international crime. That means it would have the same status as genocide or war crimes. But is ecocide on par with genocide? Well, some argue that it is. They say while genocide targets a people, ecocide targets the planet itself. Genocide and ecocide share a common element, that is, intent. Both are deliberate acts meant to destroy, which is why there's a push to recognize it as an international crime. Which brings us to the ICC itself. It was set up to deal with genocide, crimes against humanity and war crimes. In 2010, it added crimes of aggression to the list. So adding ecocide wouldn't be unprecedented. Right now, 120 countries are party to the ICC, which means it would create guardrails for the world. But will the world's biggest powers recognize it? Look at some of the world's biggest polluters, China and the United States. They're not even part of the ICC. Plus, it's likely that they will try to challenge the court's ruling. Also, countries already flout ICC rules on war crimes and genocide. Why will they toe their line on ecocide? Nonetheless, the move is a significant one, and it shows the shifting tide of public opinion. A recent survey shows over 70% of people support making ecocide a crime. While the technicalities are now up to the ICC, it's important to act before the damage to the planet is irreversible.